Welcome guys, we got another game here. We got Myriad playing as the Japanese in the color red. Look at that, sending the villager to the river wearing Mongolian heights. And in the color purple playing as the Rus is Avely. Welcome everybody, hope you're having a great time. Weekend is starting. Hopefully you can also have a great weekend. Party, relax, whatever is it that you want, you're gonna have a few days to do that. Guys, there's a lot of things happening in the AoE 4 scene at this point we're getting a lot of updates. One of them is the free for all matches that we're getting in queue, and also your elo, being your ranked or your performance in the game, will be considered when playing against other players, which is really good. You don't really need to create a custom game or anything like that. Now, Aussie Jungle just made a video the other day. I'm sure you know about him, but if you don't, I think he's the best caster out there. Go check him out if you haven't. But he's made a thread on the Age of Empires 4 forum talking about it and how we really need to have a caster mode for this, just to have, you know, all the information available, just like we have this here, right? We have the number of villagers that are happening, how much resource per minute, which upgrades they have, how much army, how much economy units. This is, oh my god, that's a big ship. And this is just, you know, really handful for casting games. If you try to cast a game without it, it's just so hard because you don't have information about what's going on in the screen. And the problem is this caster mode is only available in 1v1s. It's not available in team games. It's not available in free-for-all games. So it's just a shame. It's just a shame. And there is a thread on the official Age of Empires 4 forum that I wish anyone can jump into that and just put a comment there like, hey, like, I support this. I really want this to happen, because if it happens, it's really gonna be like a huge update. I would love to see it happening. Hopefully we can have what we want. Now, there are a few things why I think it's not happening, and I've been working in games for the past at least 12 years of my life, and my suspicion is that, oh my god, look at that tower here. My suspicion is that the team that worked on the caster mode is no longer there in the company. And that's a really tricky situation, because usually what happens is you have some people dedicated to certain features, and if they no longer work there, you need to teach someone or get someone specialist on that to work on that thing. And looks like they haven't already. That's my suspicion, and it's actually very common in game development, like to have these onboarding periods where people can just work on another feature when someone left. And looks like there's no one working in the caster mode, unfortunately. Let's think about it. Now let's go back to the match, because it's gonna get really interesting now. Rus, probably one of the best civilizations in the water, just because you have a really cool feature when you play the Rus here. You can turn your ship paying, you know, the difference. You can pay the difference and get, like, for example, you can build a galley, or you can build a attack ship or a demolition ship. You can just pay the difference. By default, they are all fishing ships, right? And you can, any kind of ship can turn into another one. Another thing why they're good is they don't really need to go to the dock. So if the enemy denies the dock, well, basically, you can still fish forever as long as your fishing boats are there. Now, the Japanese is not getting too far behind, because their fishing boats cost only 45 woods instead of, I believe it's like 71. Oh my god, this one is quite expensive. 150. The Rus is actually more expensive. So let's just see how things go here. Avely putting the Kremlin in a very aggressive position here. It's gonna be right next to this shoreline. This is a really important food resource in this game, and I feel the Rus are really in a really good spot if he managed to defend those ships. Now the Kremlin will deal with the Shinobis. The Shinobis it's already on the way, so those, you know, those docks are gonna be unavailable. And usually when your opponent goes to the feudal age, both players actually age up pretty similar. You cannot rush into who gets the first military ship. And the Rus doesn't really need to create one, they can just turn the ship here. I mean, it takes some time, but you know, you already have one there. So you don't want to just lose these fishing boats at the same time. You know, they have 200 HP, whereas the fishing boat has only 100, so they are a little bit tankier. Take a look at Myriad's perspective to see where is the Shinobi going. And you can see, already have the Laudia galley. Gonna attack the Shinobi. Shinobi gonna run for his life. Still alive. Gonna stop that dock from producing. But it won't stop Avely from actually gathering fish. This fishing boat is just gonna gather for eternity as long as it's alive. Gotta be careful not to lose this one. Shinobi already on the way. Another Shinobi here. Well, let's take a look at Myriad's base. No military units. It's only gonna be Shinobi. It's gonna be annoying here. Now the Rus have a really great unit to deal with this. And that's the Knight. The Knight's just an amazing unit. He can just catch them. Has the speed to do so. And it's just such a nice unit to have. Any kind of early Knight in this game is actually a blessing, actually. But so far they are focusing both of them in the water. Shinobi gonna come again. Look at that Shinobi. Just watching, you know. Now this is really hard to micro. Like, you need to take care of your economy. You need to take care of your units here, and it's just really annoying. It's such an annoying position. Shinobi gonna burn the dock again, and looks like these arrow slits are not gonna go up. Unfortunately, looks like this dock may potentially go down. This Shinobi still have, you know, the sabotage. Only 1 second left, so potentially he can just burn it. Only just one dock left. Outpost here. Attacking some ships. Looks like he loses one ship here, so it's a very bad thing for Avely. Those ships are really expensive. Second dock coming here. Dock went down for Avely. Myriad just pushing here in the shoreline. Galley just there. Just attacking the outpost. It's gonna take a long time. Shinobis just doing what they do best. Just sabotaging the buildings. Our three Shinobis are already on the field. Actually, I'm gonna try to take a villager or two here, but not gonna happen. Shinobi is actually very strong. They have 20 damage, so if you really need to deal with this, because they do deal quite a lot of damage. And we see the stable already going up for Avely. It's gonna have those knight units out there ready to butcher those Shinobis. At the same time, Towada going for Myriad, getting those eco upgrades. Now this position is gonna be really hard for Myriad to push, just because the Kremlin is here. It's gonna be in a really good spot. Those villagers are just repairing the dock, the fishing boats, and try to do the best he can to make those fishing boats stay alive. And with the Kremlin here, it's just in a really good spot. At least when it comes to this area, the fishing boats are kind of safe for the moment. Like, he's gonna do a little bit of a push here. Lotia galleys, and the knight, it's going out. No barracks coming from Myriad. Have plenty of sheep here. Already macroing for going that Castle Asia. Also, let's go back to income per minute. Avely, still struggling with the food economy. He has a lot of military ships, but not so many fishing boats. So he's gonna be lacking a little bit of food compared to his opponent. Myriad only have a handful of ships here, and looks like Avely is going for it. At the same time, he's aging up, so he's not gonna have the resources to have more military at the moment. Arrow slits coming for this dock, and looks like Avely will be able to push through. The last military ship is already there. Meanwhile, big demo ship coming. They actually do more. Let me take a look at. Yeah, no, they do the same damage. I mean, if you explode, you explode. That's how realistic this is. Still not like a bigger explosion. Now the question is, where is he gonna put the Yoroshiro? Because the Yoroshiro... There you go. That's the answer. It's gonna be the stable. Those Mount Samurais are just gonna be out in the field. Now, I really have a couple of knights, but I haven't really seen him doing any kind of harassment. It's like they're more of a defensive type of unit at the moment. Demo ship, nice connection here with the dog and those fishing ships. It's like Avely is losing his mass for military ships, and looks like this dock will go down. Still one dock left. Not enough resources for Myriad to get that Mount Samurai here, and that knight is just being a little bit annoying here on the berries. At the same time, Avely pushing with those ships here. Knight's just gonna... It's like, you know, wait and see. Wait and see. Wait and see, buddy. Looks like Avely will take control of that water for now. Managed to take down the last ship of Myriad. And probably at this point, you don't want to invest on those ships. Now, there was quite a big of an investment, so Avely stealing Feudal Age. The good thing is, his opponent doesn't have much military going on. So gonna get those relics soon. Samurai. Gonna go for a counter-attack. No upgrades for those samurais yet. So he's gonna take quite a fair amount of range damage. Second town center actually going for Avely. I didn't notice about this. But actually going for a second town center and having the water, I think Avely is in a good position despite still being in the Feudal Age. Another stable coming for him. And that knight is gonna take a lot of damage here. Textiles going out for Avely. Definitely you don't want to lose these guys against the... when there's cavalry out there. It's really dangerous. First relic going home for Avely. Take a look, where's the priest? I think it's gonna be a really close one. This Mount Samurai tried to get some time for Myriad. And he's aging up with the high trade house. It's gonna be 14 villagers building it. Now the rules still gonna be able to get some relics, I believe, just because they have the warrior monks and they're really fast. So even though you don't... Yeah, you're a little bit behind the, you know, in the relic race, you're gonna be having a good time with those warrior monks. Avely just guarding this relic. Well, there's 3 relics on the opponent's side, so it's a little bit of an annoying position for him. Actually, are there 6 relics in this map? Is it 6 relics in total? I think so. And now Avely reaches the Castle Age. It's gonna have actually horse archers. A unit that it's quite scary, honestly. They are quite good. They are quite good. They are quite strong, and in big numbers, they can actually deal a lot of damage, and you still have the mobility. So it's gonna be cavalry only composition for Avely. Scout gonna go down. Myriad going for the berries here. See this knight just patrolling this relic. Now Avely with a really good spot, and the good thing about these fishing boats is that they don't really need to go to the dock, so they can just fish here and have a really good time. Starting to wall this side of the map. Gotta love those fortified palisade gates. More Mount Samurai for Myriad. And also upgrading the town center. Second town center also there for Myriads. Not gonna get behind on villager count. Looks like the Bannerman will get caught here. Some damage gone to the Bannerman. You don't want to lose the Bannerman. Starting to wall here. Now this mountain actually gives you a really nice natural resource for walling. And have all this area protected for you. There are plenty of resources here. Big stone, gold, food, wood, and a knight. That's comes with that. Comes with the knight. Springles going up for Myriad. That's a really interesting choice. Like, why would you go Spring if your opponent doesn't have any siege at the moment? I don't see any blacksmith here. So the only answer I have to that is the Springles are gonna deal with those ships. If you take a look at this, if you don't know about this, Springles do plus 60 damage against siege and ship. Sorry, yeah. So it's just gonna be really powerful, like 3 shots and you kill this one. That's is it 3 shots? No, it's actually, yeah, it is 3 shots. 3 shots and you kill it, so you're gonna need more than 1 Springle here. Just make sure not to lose it. Food economy looking really well for Avely. It's gonna torch the last dock. Hopefully it goes down before the demo ship, but looks like the demo ship will be out. And the dog's still alive. Shinto Priest gonna grab that relic. 2 relics are already there for Myriad. Avely not contesting those relics so far. Still only have 1 relic at home that he can take. Well, his opponent gonna lose the relic here, but he's still very safe at home, so we can safely say that Myriad just got most of the relics in this game. He even put a second monastery because he knows he has more than 3, so he's in a really good spot. Meanwhile, Avely is not gonna really go in horse archers now, it's just gonna be crossbowman. Demo ship already here, and looks like the Lottia Galley managed to deal with that. The problem is, this dog is fighting until the end. It's like, I won't go down before giving my best. And there you go. The last dog of Myriad. It's gone, but hopefully we will see a farm transition soon for him. There's plenty of villagers on wood. A couple of Springles there for Myriad. And it's gonna be able to take down some villagers here. Avely is still with a longer villager count. Be careful with that wall of low there. Now this relic is in a really good spot for Avely. Potentially can send a priest here to catch it up. And have 2 relics for himself. I mean, those warrior monks are quite fast, so you can just guard here, get that relic home. More knights into the base here. Town center still with no upgrades, so gotta be careful not to lose this one. And Avely gonna just find so many Mount Samurais. And now the big boy is here. The Shogunate Castle. This thing can kill any kind of infantry. Take a look at 80 cannon plus 110 against infantry. So it pretty much, if you're under the town center and you're infantry, you're one shot. They can one shot you. Warrior monk is gonna go here at the same time. Wooden fortress also getting built. Let's take a look at Myriad's point of view. Looks like Avely managed to find a nice spot for the villagers here. Looks like the relic will go home. And Avely with a really solid position with 49 military units. I'm not sure if all of them are here. Doesn't really look like. But Myriad has a lot of Mount Samurais. And those archers are already veteran, and they also have the Batterman, so they're gonna do more damage than usual. Couple of Springles, Magonel. This fight can go for anyone. While Avely with a big wall in the middle. He just needs to wall this part of the map. Look at the Springle here. Managed to take down those ships really fast. And now Myriad goes for it. Siege workshops are already there for Avely. Gonna get his own Springles. Alright, 3 Springles for Myriad, so you're gonna build more than that if you wanna win this one. Dock goes down. Last dock here. A couple of docks are only there. Still plenty of fishing resources here. Mount Samurai is gonna go back. Looks like there is a raid here for Avely, but the Shogunate Castle is just gonna do its work. Look at that, how much damage this castle actually give. Managed to take down a handful of knights, just the town center alone. And looks like Avely is just gonna find the gold vein here. It's like Myriad managed to take those villagers away in time. More siege building for Myriad. Already 40 something military units. Are pretty equal. But you know, siege can make a huge difference here. And the Magonel shots managed to take down most of these ships. It was beautiful to witness. Mount Samurai just gonna be running around, taking those knights out. But this is where the big fight is happening here. Springle battle. Springles in favor of Avely. And it looks like Avely doesn't have his main military force here. Still have those 3 Magonels there, but your opponent still has Springles, so you don't really want to lose them. At the same time, high armory is gonna be built here. 12 villagers, he's not gonna be rushing it super fast. Archers gonna do pretty much nothing against those knights. But no, those knights are in the base, so you gotta be careful here not to not to ignore them, otherwise you can lose a lot of villagers. Meanwhile, farm transition just starting for Myriad. I'll remember these farms are boosted by 75% gathering rate, so it's just gonna be having a great time here. Plenty of barracks. We're gonna see the transition to Samurai Onabu Geisha combo probably. And Myriad has done a really good job at keeping those Mount Samurai alive since the very beginning. I mean, he haven't taken any risky engagements here, so you still have a really big mass of Mount Samurai, which you cannot underestimate. wall coming here. And he needs to rush it fast because as soon as Myriad sees that he's already in Imperial Age, most likely he's gonna go for a kill here. Wall finish for Myriad as well, so looks like we're going for the late game. So make sure to have some snacks, a Coke, water, whatever is it that you want, because these guys are just gonna play in the Imperial game. Still, let's see which upgrades he's getting. He's getting Man-at-Arms, increased range of sprinkles by plus 0.5000, and at the same time, Royal Shroud triggers. Gonna have the siege advantage. That's huge, huge advantage here for Avely. A couple of bombards also going for him. Now, when it comes to the siege, he's in a really good spot, but Myriad doesn't really fall behind. He's already almost capped in population. Look at that farm transition. That was fast. Like, okay, what are farms? When you want it, we want it now, and this is exactly what's happening here. Honorable Geisha's just gonna deal with those villagers. Very nice job. Like they're gonna deal with those fishing ships. At the same time, Honorable Geisha's in a raid here. Gonna be finding plenty of villagers. Now Myriad with the advantage on the villager count for now. Now, when it comes to the late game, bot civilizations are really powerful. Like Tanegashima Gunsmith, great landmark. Also, all the Imperial upgrades for the Japanese, especially for the infantry upgrades, are just really something else. But the free siege is really like game-breaking technology. Rams are starting to come here. It looks like Avely is going for it. He has some Streltsy here. He's just gonna put some gunpowder into the mix. A couple of bombards will take down the siege workshop. Roll the shoulder triggers. It's being researched here, but it looks like it's not gonna happen. He cancels it. Also, elite knights coming soon for Avely. Now, elite Honorable Geisha coming for Myriad. These knights still not elite. Now there is plenty of sprinkles here for Avely. And looks like the samurais are just going there. Trail Siege will just melt all those samurais. This was the last samurai for sure. At the same time, a raid happening here. Rus Knights finding plenty of villagers. Honorable Geisha's just getting elite upgrades now. But I have a feeling Honorable Geisha is not a type of unit you need to win this fight. But looks like he's going for it now. How many sprinkles you need? He says yes sir. 10 sprinkles for his opponent. Not only that, they have the extra range attack. So he's gonna have the siege advantage. Look how far these sprinkles just attack. Just and units from Myriad not looking very well at the moment. A keep is being built in the front of his face. And Myriad taps out. He knows he cannot stop this snowball. Well played by these two players. I'll see if I can find them in YouTube and put a link in the description. Hope you enjoyed this one. I will see you in the next one.